Good morning, SPs. How is everyone today? It's another Public Works call day. I'm trying this other microphone. The one I just got the new setup for, I can't do without the headphones. So now I have to order headphones. So I'm not using that one today. I'm trying to use the one. Hey, Irish is here. Good to see you, Irish. Irish, thank you so much for all you do for me. Lately, you've been working for me more than anything. You do so much modding for me for my morning streams, and I know you worry about me and look out for me, and you've just been really a good friend. Same, Cricket. See, you and Cricket both. I'm sorry I canceled knitting stream, but I just needed a break. I thought I was going to get a break from this today. I was planning on doing it, and then I forgot about it. You know, sometimes I think you forget things that are just in your best interest to forget because you're tired or whatever. I forgot about it, and then Jennifer posted and said she wasn't going to make it today. I was like, oh yeah, that's today. It was kind of like only halfway on my radar because I thought Audit's going to be there in person. She's going to stream it. So if I don't call in today, it's no big deal. But something came up and she's not going to be there. So here we are streaming it. I don't know if it's going through the microphone that I'm got on or if it's going through my computer microphone. Let me check something. Yeah, I think it's going through my new microphone. I'm going to try turning it off and see what happens. Is it on? I don't know. Is it on now? It seems to still be on. I don't know. All right. Yeah, it seems to be going just through my computer because I have it turned off legitimately now. And it's still recording. Can you, let me just double check. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah. I think it's still going through the computer, not going through the microphone. Is the microphone? Yeah, I don't think the microphone's on right. Let's try this again. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. It's going through one of them. I think maybe even both. I guess as long as you guys can hear me, I won't worry about it. I'll have to sort through it another day. Thanks, guys. It's enough to make a bug blush. Yeah, I know. You cheered me on when I said I was canceling it. I had no option. I thought, well, I'll just take a break and lay in bed and knit. I didn't even have the energy to knit. I didn't have the energy to have my hands raised up in front of me. I just slept. I slept and slept and slept. So I took down T's interview, not because of any of the content of it. T was amazing. I had a lot of fun doing the interview, but because when I streamed it this morning, there were so many glitches. So I want to edit out that first part where it got stopped and I restarted it. And I have to wait for it to fully load before it'll let you edit it. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to take it down. Because it's such a long gap. If it had been a short gap, I'd been like, oh, screw it. Who cares? But it's such a long gap. I thought I was talking, but I hadn't pushed my microphone. And when I left to get links, because I wanted to get yours, Irish's and Cricket's, because you guys don't drop them. I keep telling you, please drop your own links, and then you don't. So I was going to go grab them and drop them. And when I went out, all of a sudden everything stopped. So anyway, I thought because I took that down, I should play just for funsies. T's short. Here we go. was supposed to be an alien jumping out saying, "That's all, folks," like Porky Pig. But for some reason in my addled brain, I forgot that I meant to type in alien and I typed in squirrel. And I did a few runs with it before I realized, and then I just didn't have time to change it. I was like, you know what? It's fine. Squirrel's fine. But it was supposed to be an alien. And it was supposed to be, "That's all, folks." And the first couple of ones they did a squirrel's voice. And it was just this really aggressive man's voice. I was like, and it wasn't saying it right at all. So I was like, "No, don't like those." And then when I got the squirrel squeaking, I'm like, that's whatever. I don't have time to mess around. I'll just put it in captions. Hey, Ganja Girl is here. Pink Girl is here. Hello. How are you? Hope everyone's doing well. I still have to log in. I better do that before I forget. All right. Let me get back to basics here. Go to share screen. Where that's not what I wanted to share. Scroll down. All right, as I didn't push the right thing first. All right, try again. Go back to share screen. Click on my post. Oh, I do have another clip to show you guys that's pertinent to Public Works. So let me just double check something. Yeah, it's the right one. Go to Zoom link. And now I gotta share the other screen on Zoom. And so, all of this just to show you guys, I put my hand up because I want to go show you something else. So I am in. I gotta enlarge this on my screen. Okay, and then in the middle at the bottom, raise hand. So now I just wait for TJ to call on me, and I don't see anybody there yet, so we're early. So, oh, there's someone over here, probably TJ. I do have something I want to show you guys. So let me stop sharing that screen, share another screen. And it relates to Public Works. And it was in the Tory interview with Henry. Let me make sure you guys can see it. Yes, you can. Okay, hopefully you'll be able to hear it. Here we go.
Wow. All right. Thank you. That's intense. And that's on your website.
Yes.
Good. I'm going to study your website. I'm interested. Okay, good stuff.
Good.
All right. Now, Antics of a Mama Squirrel says, question, what is your data on Shirt Shrimp Guy?
Oh, yeah.
I don't
know
that
yeah.
person.
Yeah, he's there's a cast of characters, if you will, in
I had to ask, guys. I had to find out. So here we go. Here's the scoop.
The whole city council meetings. One of those cast of characters is a guy that will sometimes wear a hand puppet that is a goat. And so he's literally known as Goat Puppet. And he makes fun of the city council members, and he'll make these funny noises when he speaks. He's actually a lawyer.
Is he actually on the council?
No, he's an immigration lawyer, and he speaks out against city corruption. He's been doing it for decades. His real name is Wayne Spindler. He's a very knowledgeable immigration lawyer, but he does this bit. There's this other guy.
Here's the juice.
Also known as Shirt Guy, who wears these very funny shirts to city council. Sometimes he'll sing, and he'll sing in Chinese. Okay, he's actually Chinese himself, and
so he is Chinese. I thought he might be Korean because he did the Korean Day protest thing. So here we go.
He'll sing these songs in Chinese to sort of make fun of the city and waste their time. Audit and I got to know him for quite some time, and honestly, he overall is not a malicious person. What happened with him is that he is in a very vulnerable point in his life right now. He got denied from another police department, and his dream was always to be a cop. Okay, he applied to be in the academy, and they rejected him specifically because he failed the psychological evaluation. That's twice now. The LAPD denied him, and so did this other police agency. Okay, and so he's been rejected twice. And honestly, I can't say I'm surprised. When he was hanging out with us, we did the best we could, and I honestly consider him as a friend, and I still consider him as a close acquaintance, not so much friend at this point because of what I'm about to explain. After he failed,
spill the tea, Henry.
So let me back up. When he was spending time with us, he was already sort of on edge about being driven towards very extremist groups. He was the kind of person that could easily be sucked into, these weird online internet circles that dive into very bigoted, very extremist, and completely delusional ways of thinking, especially when it came to politics. And so he was always vulnerable in that regard. Fast forward to him getting rejected now by the second police agency. That really sent him over the edge. What started with him originally as a sort of prank where he would call into different Scientology locations and just to waste their time, he would be a prank caller. Okay. Honestly, in good fun. And for it's worth, good on him. I'm glad he was wasting their time. That's less time that they spend to recruit people. So
I was pausing.
Good on him.
Right.
But those conversations, because of his denial letter, turned into him actually joining Scientology. And I have proof of it that he actually started taking courses. He is right now actually doing auditing. He's definitively...
Now, is he really part of it, or is he just doing it as a...
He is 100%. He is 100%
check 1 2 3
fallen into their entire...
Test 1 2 3.
TJ's doing an audio test, so I'm keep checking to see if he's going to call me. He hasn't. Okay.
Theme of self-help. He's quite literally been indoctrinated into it because he was that down bad in his emotional state, and he was sucked in.
Right.
I mean, it's perfectly understandable. I know for a fact, 100% for a fact, he is doing courses, okay, and they have roped him in. That's a fact. And so, as a result, part of that, I'm preaching to the choir here at this point, Tori, but part of the process of being part of Scientology is you have to disconnect from the people that are critical of Scientology. Right. And the two best friends he ever had were myself and Audit, and we're quite critical of the city and Scientology. And so for him...
Shout out to Audit LA and Henry for trying to befriend this guy that was down on his luck, especially emotionally. And then this is how they're repaid. They get sideswiped by Scientology.
To be accepted, they clearly had him go on a campaign to attack and harass myself and Audit. And he has said some of the craziest stuff recently at the public hearings. He'll just go on complete, totally wild tangents.
He's so pathetic that you can't not be sorry for him. I feel sorry for this guy.
And
what a shame.
It is. I actually quite... It's not even disappointment. I actually truly fear for his well-being because he's not in a good state of mind at all. Yeah. He really, really isn't. I have nothing personal against him. I really feel for the guy, and he's clearly being taken advantage of.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
That's just what it is. And he's still choosing to stay on that path. I hope he sees that what he's doing has led him to completely disconnect from two of the closest friends.
You know, someone who's so vulnerable, seeking connection, and here he is getting loved bombed by Scientology.
he ever had. And all the support he had from people online, like we're chatting with today, those people want nothing to do with him because of the nonsense that he's pulling. He's clearly also not on the good list of LAPD either. You know, everybody's on watch for him now. Everybody, literally everybody that once supported him is now constantly on watch for what he's doing.
What a shame.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one.
So that was an excellent interview by Tori with Henry, and it's a really great watch. I found out a lot of stuff about Keith Mose, about Stacey Moxon, about Henry's website and Henry's activism. You have to go check it out. It's a really good interview. I better stop sharing
Good
that
morning to our attendees who are joining us here in the board's hearing room.
and add Zoom.
Good morning, city staff executives, commissioners, facilitators.
TJ's back on.
If there are members of the public who wish to offer commentary on any of our agenda items or public commentary this morning, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room. Indicate which item you'd like to speak on, hand it to me, and I'll record your information for the record. Good morning as well to our attendees on the virtual platform. I do see a number of hands raised, and I'm going to go ahead and go through each attendee and ask you to unmute, identify yourself for the record, and which item you'd like to speak on. I'll record your information, then call upon you when we reach your item.
I'm waiting for TJ.
Adele, good morning.
Good
There
morning,
he goes.
TJ. I would like public comment and all items, please.
Very well. Have you down for public comment and multiple item agenda commentary?
Thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. Georgina, good morning.
Good morning, TJ. Public comment and all agenda items, please, and thank you.
Thank you. I have you down for public comment and multiple agenda item commentary.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. Give me just 1 second.
Yeah, it's disturbing. It's really upsetting what happened. When I saw Henry on there, and I was just kind of lurking. I was doing some knitting. I was planning on just doing a drive-through. Wasn't planning on staying because I'm trying to do a little less, focus on myself a little more, and I still had my show to prepare for the next day. So I thought, well, I'll just drive through, say hi, get out.
And moving on to Gigi. Good morning.
Good morning, TJ. I want general and all items, please.
Thank you, Gigi.
So glad to have Ganja
I'm
here
going to go ahead and put you
today.
back on mute and lower your hand and have you down for a general public comment and multiple agenda item commentary. And I'll move next to Sally O'Malley.
Sally O'Malley, that's a cute
Good
name.
morning. I'd like to make a general public comment.
Ah, is that
Very well, I have you down for
style audit.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and put you back
That's
on mute and lower your
adorable,
hand.
Sally
And
O'Malley.
next we have Laura FM.
Lara, go.
Good morning, TJ. I would like to do public comment and minutes and general public comment on all items, please.
Thank you. I have you down for public comment and multiple agenda item commentary, Laura.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. If any other member of the public who is joining us on the virtual platform wishes to offer public commentary or comments on any of our agenda items, please raise your hand at this time. And again, if there's anyone who is joining us here in the hearing room and you wish to offer commentary on any of our agenda items or public comment, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room. Indicate which item you'd like to speak on and hand it to me. It is 9:54. We should get started with the board meeting in approximately 6 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, so I was just going to do a drive-through, and I was kind of lurking and just knitting, and then I was going to get to work, right? And Callie Tori's mod was like, Antics, you're always good with questions. Ask some questions. I said, I don't have any questions. I wasn't thinking of questions. And she said, oh, I know you can come up with some good questions. So I asked about Stacy Moxon. I asked about Shirk Guy. I asked about the inquiry into Shelley's weird, what was it called? The endangered persons check. I can't remember what that's called, but I asked about those things and something else. Anyway, I got sucked into it, and it was such a good interview. I had to stay and watch the whole thing. But yeah, I asked about Shirk Guy because I wanted to know what Henry knew. I wanted to know the scoop. So I'm glad I did. So I was able to play that for you guys. Let's play T's video. Thank you, Irish. Let's play T's video again while we have a moment to fill. So I did do the interview this morning with T. I released it, but there was a glitch at the beginning, and I want to just go ahead and edit that out. If it had been like a minute glitch, I would have just left it and said, fuck it. But it was pretty long glitch, so I want to go and edit that part out, and I have to wait for it to fully upload before it'll let me edit it. So I took it down for now, but I will release it later today. And back to the Henry interview, I asked that question about Shelley, and he said no, he hadn't looked into it, but they gave me homework. They assigned me homework. They said I needed to give him the information, and he'll submit a FOIA request for it. So I got some homework to do. I got to find out the dates and specifics on the welfare check. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Find specifics on that welfare check. So if anyone has direction that they can point me towards. I know, I got homework. I was planning on just doing a drive-through. Amy, I do want to do an interview with you. When is good for you? I'm free pretty much all the time. I have no life, as you guys know. So I'm pretty much free whenever is good for you. You are the one with a busier schedule, so I will make sure to accommodate you. So just text me, let me know when you want to do it, and we'll do it pre-record. That way, if there's a goof or you want me to edit something out, I'll just edit it out. No worries. That was the other thing. Last night, I spent, a couple of hours editing T's video. And this is embarrassing, but there was like one of those little fruit fly gnats got on my screen, and I went to whack it, and I hit the back button. I lost all of that editing. I had to go back and edit T's video for a second time. Can you believe that? I spent hours working on that editing last night. So that's why when I got the wrong AI for the end of her little video, I was like, screw it. I'm tired. I want to get some sleep. And like I said today, I was like, I don't know if it was subconsciously intentional, but I was forgetting I even had this today. And then Jennifer wrote and said she can't call in today, FYI. And that reminded me, oh yeah, Public Works call. Check with audit and see if she's going there in person. And something came up. She was going to go in person. Something came up very last minute. And prohibited her from going. So she's calling in though, and Lara's calling in, and we got Ganja, and we got Style. So it should be a good call. And the Cat's supposed to be working. Cat, I'm assuming, is our Kathy. Hi, Kathy. So that's pretty much all the updates, guys. I think that's everything. I'm feeling a little better, but I'm still really worn out. So luckily, I don't have anything else to do today because interview days are easier for me. I have Titanic Thursday tomorrow, but I already have, I'm counting them now. I already have like 9 things. Yeah,
And then once you come,
I have 9 things already for tomorrow, so I'm pretty good on tomorrow. Rory M. Shaw, Outstanding
Recording in
Employee
progress.
Award, Patrick Smith.
good morning, President.
Oh,
King.
is
We're
it
now
a
in report mode
presentation
and ready
day,
to begin the
Peter?
meeting.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. So we're going to start the meeting. So if you can all get seated. Welcome again to the Board of Public Works meeting for Wednesday, March 4th, 2026. Mr. Knight, please take roll and establish quorum.
Thank you, President Kang. Good morning, President King, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, Commissioner Mitchell, and Commissioner Cardenas are present. We do have a quorum. We are joined this morning by City Attorney Representative Virginia Choi. I'm TJ Knight with the Board of Public Works. President King, we have no one here joining us in the hearing room to offer public comment, and on the virtual platform, we have
Thank
5
goodness,
public
Peter,
comments
that's
and 4
coming
multiple
after
agenda
public
item
comment at
commentaries.
least.
And we have no neighborhood council comment submitted this morning.
Thank you very much. So before we take public comment, we do have a very special presentation this morning.
No, they psyched me
and Shaw
out.
Outstanding
Peter.
Employee Award given to Patrick Schmidt.
Hopefully it's a
Acting
quick
Deputy
one.
City Engineer with our Bureau of Engineering. So I do want to invite up our Acting Interim Engineer, Alfred. Alfred, where are you to start the presentation, or somebody? Okay. Perfect timing. And since he is not here, and I don't want to keep people waiting, why don't we go straight to, we'll start with general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items. Will be provided up to 1 minute per person, up to a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting.
Go at it.
Testimony shall be limited in content to subject matters which are within the jurisdiction of the Board of Public Works. The board may not take any action on any matters discussed during the public comment period. So we'll start with general public comment with our virtual platform.
Thank you, President King. We'll start with Audit LA. Audit LA, please unmute. You have 60 seconds to offer your public comment.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, I want to keep talking about the fact that Scientology is having people making $47 at most a week patrolling and providing security for L. Ron Hubbard Way, which is a public street. Not only are they providing security, it's only security for themselves, not for anyone else, because they are chasing away people. They are intimidating people. They are pulling away people if any of their members are talking to people in the street. They're not in any danger. We're talking grown men or, grown women. They are literally going up to them and basically telling them to go inside, or I've seen them even put hands on people to pull them back in. So this should not be happening. I believe it's very illegal on every level possible, but it's not a good look for the city. And I believe that you are leaving the city liable by allowing this. There's no contract that I can find, unless somebody could tell me or show me where a contract is that they have.
Thank you, Audit LA. And that is your public comment. That's 1 minute. And we'll move next to Georgina.
Thank you. Excellent points brought up by Audit LA. When she talks about that $47 a week, that's the maximum that they can earn. That's if they have a stellar, amazing week. I know people that were put on forced punishment for the crime of what, you ask? For the crime of being homosexual. Not even acting on their homosexuality, just being homosexual was enough to put them on the punishment project, and they only made $12 a week. $12 a week. You have servants, slaves, indentured servants working on public streets, doing public work on public streets, which is illegal, with no insurance, not proper pay. They don't even get proper food. They have to fight for every little bit of food they get because they only get a 20-minute break, and there's hundreds of people lined up that they've got to wait in line to grab a burger, and they're lucky to get food, and yet you're having them do work on public streets instead of rewarding legitimate contractors.
60 seconds, and we'll move next to Gigi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so for over a year, I've been trying to figure out if there's any proof that there is legitimately no parking allowed on L. Ron Hubbard Way. I still cannot find anything. I went in person to places, I've called many places, I've emailed places, I've looked things up. There is no proof that anyone in the city can provide that there is no parking legitimately zoned for that area. So why is there no parking signs? And why is there parking enforcement dealing with L. Ron Hubbard Way? Like, why is that the only place in LA where you can't park? Also, you need to change the name back to North Berendo. There's no Jesus Christ Way. There's no Muhammad Way. There should be a separation of church and state. And if you let them call it L. Ron Hubbard Way, you are endorsing them. And you're supposed to be neutral. You're not supposed to get involved with religion when you're in the job that you're in. So why did they even change it to a religious name in the beginning? Thank you. I yield my time.
60 seconds, and we'll move next to Sally O'Malley.
Good morning. I'd like to show you just how easy it is to remove an honorary street name. And this is from the Chicago Tribune of last summer. For the last half century, a tree-lined stretch of 48th Street in LaGrange, Illinois was named Linkletter Court in memory of the West Suburbs' longtime village attorney, William John Linkletter. Yet, the LaGrange Village Board recently stripped the street of this honorary name after the late lawyer's daughter accused him of abusing her as a child during a stunning public comment session at a village board meeting. Anne Brandt, finally, when she was 79, implored the village officials to remove the street's honorary name, alleging her father had sexually abused her as a child all through the 1950s. The village board made no response, but by that Monday morning, they returned the street to the name of 48th Street.
Sally,
And it was
and we'll move next to Laura FM Anderson.
Good morning, board, and good morning, audience and fellow city people who are interested in actually listening and coming in and doing these phone calls. I really want to echo the last four callers that called in regarding the way that Scientology continues to get their permits and how they still haven't named L. Ron Hubbard named, which should be revoked back to North Berendo Street, as I was a child born and raised in the cult of Scientology. And one of the main tactics we used was the city and their policies or their community to get people into Scientology and to eventually join the Sea Org slave organization, where you only get $47 a week. These people calling in are asking you guys as the public work boards to please listen to us and do something with the action of removing the security guards, the Scientology indentured servants that get paid less than $47 a week to literally interrogate and monitor.
That's 60 seconds. I do see an additional hand raised. Miriam, would you like to offer public comment this morning?
Yes, please.
Go ahead, you have 60 seconds.
Thank you. I want to get back to the first comment from Audit LA and just give a little bit more on insights on the slave labor, the victims of human trafficking that are working on a public street, L. Ron Hubbard Way in Los Angeles. Some of them are not even originally from the US and are illegally detained by the cult of Scientology, separated forcibly from their families, not being able to receive the medical care they should be getting, and it's happening right under our eyes. Please take action on this. Have a good day.
Thank you. And that concludes public comment this morning, President.
Thank you very much. So at this time, we will close general public comment. And before we move on to multiple head back to our special presentation of Rory and Shaw Outstanding Employee Awards. So at this time, I want to recognize our interim city engineer, Alfred Mata.
Good morning. Thank you very much. As you said, my name is Alfred Mata, the interim city engineer, and we're here today to celebrate and present our annual Rory Shaw Award. So I'll start by talking about Rory. Rory Shaw was born on September 4th, 1957 in Aurora, Colorado. After attending schools in Traverse City, Michigan, he pursued studies at Michigan State University, where he was awarded a Bachelor of Science degree in mathematics in June of 1979. Following graduation, Rory joined the U.S. Navy as a lieutenant. He attended nuclear power school and became part of the Navy's nuclear power training unit. Subsequently, he attended the Surface Warfare Officer School, after which he served aboard the USS Truxtun, a nuclear-powered cruiser. His duties included nuclear power and classified assignments, and he was honorably discharged from the Navy in March of 1984. In 1985, Rory returned to Michigan State University, where he earned a Bachelor of Science degree in civil engineering in 1990. Following graduation, Rory was recruited by the City of Los Angeles Department of Public Works in 1991 as a civil engineering assistant in the Wastewater Systems Engineering Division of the Bureau of Engineering. During his time, Rory received many awards and commendation while he was with the Department of Public Works, including a Meritorious Achievement Award and a Going Beyond Expectation citation, two of the highest awards presented by the Board of Public Works. He received his professional engineering registration from the state of California as a civil engineer in 1999. And at that time, the city found itself in need of more and more emergency sewer repair work. That program was growing quickly. Rory's technical expertise and commitment to public service led him to the position of Civil Engineering Associate 4 as our Chief Emergency Construction Engineer for the city's 6,500-mile sewer system. Rory was the heart and soul of this highly successful program. And Rory passed away on Sunday, February 20th, 2005. He tragically died while working during a storm, supervising efforts to repair a massive sinkhole on Tujunga Boulevard in the Sun Valley. In past years, Rory's mother, Shirley Shaw, always attended this event or this award in person. Unfortunately, she passed in recent years, so we miss her visits here. But Rory is also survived by his sister, Leslie Body, who is planning to virtually attend this meeting and listen into this award presentation online today. He is also survived by many other family and friends. Over the years, I've had the opportunity to attend most of these award ceremonies, and there's a few traits about Rory that are usually mentioned, such as his honesty, hardworking, he's smart, and he's funny. I personally had the pleasure of knowing Rory during the years we both worked for the Bureau. While we did not work closely together because we were in different divisions, I regularly crossed paths with Rory at program review committee meetings, commissioner briefings, and various other Bureau meetings. And whenever we crossed paths, I could see all of those traits that I often hear described of Rory, and I always enjoyed my interactions with him, especially his sense of humor. He always found a way to introduce some humor, even when dealing with serious and difficult issues. And I remember always walking away from my interactions with him feeling good and inspired. I know he had an effect on many others in the city as well. A memorial was held for Rory here at City Hall, which was attended by hundreds in council chambers, and this board hearing room was packed as well. At the memorial, our former city engineer, Gary Lee Moore, announced that this special recognition award would be created in Rory's name. The criteria for the award established in his honor include demonstrating outstanding dedication to duty or outstanding leadership qualities, making significant contributions in furthering the Bureau's mission and goals by performing their duties at a level of excellence far exceeding established standards, developing partnerships with Board of Public Works and other city departments, bureaus, and public agencies, contractors, consultants, and or the community at large, establishing a reputation for professional service, recognized and respected by colleagues, clients, and or supervisors, demonstrating extraordinary problem-solving capability. So those are a lot of great qualities Rory had, which is why you can understand we established this award to honor employees each year that meet that criteria. At this time, I want to point out that we have several prior Rory Shaw Award winners here in the audience today. I'd like to ask them to stand so you at least be aware of who they are. We first gave this award out in 2006. So this is now the 21st time that we give out an award. So there's 20 other members that have received this award. But right now it is my pleasure to announce this year's awards winner is Patrick Schmidt, who was a great example of the criteria of this award. I'll tell you a little bit about Patrick now. Patrick received his Bachelor of Science and Master of Science degrees in Civil Engineering from South Dakota State University. His graduate studies focused on geotechnical and structural engineering. Prior to joining the city, Patrick spent several years providing
All right,
environmental,
why am I being
geotechnical,
quiet
structural,
for
and
this? Let me
surveying
see if I can
consulting services for
turn the
several private
volume
sector
down so we
companies.
don't have to listen to it
Patrick joined the Bureau of Engineering as a geotechnical
the
engineer
whole
1
time.
within the Geotechnical Engineering Division in 2001. His primary assignments for the first several years of his city career was in support of numerous projects associated with animal facilities,
You know, I swear
library,
each time it
fire
gets harder to
facility, crop
find it.
pay, and police bond programs, which included the police administration
There we
building that is
go.
sitting across First Street from City Hall.
Let's turn it down
In 2006, Patrick was promoted to Geotechnical Engineer 2.
so we can
His
talk.
responsibility shifted to primarily supporting
I mean,
wastewater
I
and treatment plant
felt it
projects.
was too rude to turn it down when they were talking about a deceased worker and his family and such, but I don't need to hear the whole spiel. In fact, I wanted to put up this. Come on. There we go. That's how I feel about it. Blah, blah, blah.
This division is responsible for geologic and geotechnical support.
Yeah.
Works capital improvement projects, environmental assessment,
For
and
those
city on land,
wondering what they're talking about, Audit had to stay in a hotel because the elevator was down in her building. She couldn't get back to her apartment.
management of
It's
on-call
fucking
contractors for
bullshit.
emergency and urgent necessity public works construction and emergency response to reported issues within the Hillside streets. As part of the division
Yeah,
manager role,
so our
Patrick
elevator's
Price
down
Phillips
again. They're
Ability
fixing
Program
it.
Manager,
Well,
with
that's
support
really
consists of 40
convenient.
to 70
Convenient
active
timing.
development projects with total construction values of $40 to $70 million.
I'm not generally
And
into
since early
conspiracy
2025, he has
theories,
been
but
acting deputy engineering services program, which
it's
consists
very
of the environmental-
convenient
environmental
timing.
management division,
Say that
geotechnical
much.
engineering division, real estate division,
Can you guys hear me?
engineering division,
Not talking too quietly.
Patrick is an extraordinary leader and manager at the Bureau of Engineering and a dedicated.
When I was trying to do the audio, I accidentally unmuted myself. Luckily, I realized and muted it again really quickly.
He never hesitates to help, guide, and provide assistance wherever it is needed. His employees respect him. for
Yeah,
his knowledge,
excellent job,
his
style.
expertise,
Excellent
his
job,
leadership,
Miriam,
skills,
Laura,
and willingness to
Audit,
train and mentor those
Ganja Girl.
Patrick
You
has
guys
shown
are
extraordinary
amazing.
leadership in the past year during the
I wish I'd
fire
brought up the
response
Keith
recovery.
Mose shit though,
As he
while
made several
there's such a
multiple
big
attacks on the
audience.
fire and needed repairs.
Because
Today, he
Keith
holds two
Mose's
fires
got to be
that are
called
in
out.
construction, one that is in construction, and two more that are in design, expected to begin construction within the year.
Oh, and I forgot to say, Team Shartix.
Patrick is very well deserved.
Thanks for coming, Sharon. If you guys don't know Sharon, go check her out. She's a fireball. In fact, the QCB at the end of her name stands for Queen Cheeky Bitch, because that's what she is. And she's so loving and funny and supportive. And we love Shartix. Shartix is Sharon and Antics together. And together it makes Shart, which is really funny to both of us. So we say Team Shartix. And she's a good supporter of so many people. She doesn't do Scientology content, but you know, sometimes you need a break from Scientology content. And Sharon's been with a lot of the members of the anti-Scientology community.
Thank you.
Sharon says she loves me. She's loving to so many people. Thanks, Irish. That was nice of you. Irish is at work. So, Sharon, if you want your link dropped, please drop it yourself. Maybe you should go drop Irish's link, because I keep telling her to drop it and she doesn't drop it. And when I scroll away, it tends to mess up my stream half the time. So, Sharon, you should reciprocate and go drop Irish's link, since I can't get Irish to drop it. Irish does amazing work. Irish has been so supportive of me. She looks out for me. She's like my sister. She's amazing. She chastises me for overdoing it. She gives me applause when I take a break, when she knows I need a break. And then anytime I want to stream, she's there. She's there every time. And besides all of that, just that she does for me, she does amazing work for so many in the community. And she goes out and protests herself. She protests the Scientology org. It's a community center, blah, 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 in Dublin, Ireland. And she's so great at communicating with people. Oh, you finished your work and munching your way through supper? Okay, that's good. I'm glad you're taking care of yourself and eating. So she goes to this community center, and she's so great at talking to the public in such a kind, reasonable way. And her message really reaches people. She really gets eyes on her and gets her message out. And she's a great contributor to this community. So please support Irish Mart. Yeah, exactly, Ganja. Ganja's saying facts here. Let's show that on screen. And on top of all of that, as if that isn't enough, personally, I find amazing her knitting. She's an amazing knitter. I know like 90% of you are like, I don't give a shit about her knitting, but she's an amazing knitter. She does Irish cables like nobody's business. She's like so super fast here. I can't wait to see. Right now she's making 6 little stuffies. It's a fox, a squirrel, a dog. I can't remember them all, but she's doing a whole series of little stuffed animals. So adorable. I can't wait to see them. So every time we've been talking to her lately, she's like, I'm just knitting body parts. So I can't wait to see. Yeah, Sharon, she does great work. And she brings Roger out there protesting with her. And little wee Roger, and they have their own little wee signs. And she's so supportive. She's really great. She knows how to make a person feel good. And she's really good at communicating with people. So I wish she would listen to me once in a while and drop her own freaking link, because I want people to have eyes on Irish Mart. She hasn't been going out as much just recently because it's been so freaking cold in Ireland and it's raining constantly. So she hasn't been out quite as much recently, but just, wait a month. You'll see her out there again, I'm sure. Oh, no, it's not as long as that. Ganja Girl is saying this presentation is feeling as long as the African American History Month presentation. So far, it's not as long as that, but yeah, that was a long one. We were on stream for, 2 hours and 40 minutes, something like that. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up. Maybe it was an hour and 40 minutes, but it was a really long time. It felt like the whole day or half the day. Ooh, Irish is coming out this weekend if the weather holds up. That's great. I'll look forward to that, Irish. Irish has gone out to Denmark to protest with Miriam, Scientology up north. Irish has gone to Edinburgh, Scotland to meet with T and Joe Bananas. So the squirrel's called Sammy. Oh, the owl, that's the other one I couldn't remember. Owl is called Allie. The dog is Dolly. They're nearly done. Thinking next will be fox called Fiona. I love the name Fiona. It's a beautiful name. That's a great choice. I want to go meet the Europe people one day. I know. Me too, Ganja. I mean, goodness. Which one of them do I want to meet first is the question. They're all so great. And they've been such powerhouses in the community and so supportive of so many people. So, yeah, I mean, between Miriam and Joe and Irish, Bianca, Samuel, come on now. I can keep naming them because they're all so amazing. Just even if I could just meet one of them. Monica, Rose, Alex. There's so many great protesters in Europe right now.
both seasons caused significant damages.
Just have no clue what would even cost or how to plan it. But yeah, I have no hope of going out unless I'm like my Monica, creative Monica, and win the lottery. I can't afford it. I have too many other in real life things that I need to be saving up money for before I can afford to save up money for a trip.
I want to further recognize Ben Moore, Dan Orris, Easton Forcier,
Man, they're still going. I'm going to lose my voice again. Roger wants me to bring him to Chicago and LA when the daft orange one is in retirement home. Irish, retirement home's too good for him. That's what I'm saying about that. But if you come to Chicago and LA, I will either come up to LA and kidnap you, or you better come to San Diego, or I'm just going to meet you in LA, whether you like it or not, because yeah, that's happening if you ever come out here, for sure. You better bring Roger. You better bring Roger.
Having you virtually here makes this award more meaningful. Please know that Rory
Joe lives near my Scottish family lands. I told her I need to visit her and have her give me a tour. Ooh, that would be fun, Sharon. Maybe get some shepherd's pie. Get some Scottish biscuits. Past time I went to Europe for just $2,000 for 10 days, including airfare and hotels. Wow. Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot more now. I say wow, and it was probably a lot of money then, but now it's, I'm sure, double that at least. Yadira's here. Hey, Yadira. Shadira, you got a Shartik's name too. Makes sense. You hang out at Sharon's a lot too. That's a cute one, Shadira. Shepherd's pie. I know, now I'm hungry for some shepherd's pie, but I've been hungry for carbs lately, so I think it's, you know, the mashed potatoes I'm hungering for more than anything. I gotta scroll up. You guys are typing so fast, and my computer's being so slow, but now I can't even read it. It's gone up the screen, and it's not scrolling for me. Irish said San Diego sounds good. It'd be amazing if I was there for Comic-Con. Oh, that would be fun, Irish. I could start, if you tell me you're coming, I can start now trying to get you a ticket. Because it's hard to get tickets. Joe Dira, that's cute. Irish, we have the city await you and Roger. A possible perspective bow. That would be a cute union. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, Xenu is already with little Captain Davy, so it tracks that Roger would be into Miss Cabbage. I mean, it's just logical. Oop. Dodger Girl said, I mean, it was a super good deal almost 30 years ago. Yeah, honestly, that was a super good deal. Hi, everyone. Yes, hello to you, Style. Style did a great protest on Sunday. If you didn't get to see it, you should check it out. She was in Chicago. It was the 2-year anniversary of the opening of the Chicago org, and she had a party. She had cake. Miss Cabbage was there. Hell's Gear was there. And you had another friend there, but I don't know if that person's like on YouTube. And I didn't catch the name. Maybe next year when Irish is saying this, maybe next year when I've rescued enough pennies from back of the sofa. Yeah, I hear you, Irish. I hear you. If I start planning now, I might be able to get you a ticket for next year. I have a few connections. I've actually never been. I've gone to around the area to see what's on the streets and hang out, but I've never been inside the convention center for Comic-Con. Couple of reasons. One, it's expensive, hard to get tickets. 2, the lights would probably really bother me. And 3, I'm not big on big crowds. It's enough crowds outside on the streets during Comic-Con. And the way most San Diegans go to see Comic-Con, because a lot of them get tickets, of course, but the ones that can't get tickets, what we all do, not me specifically, but my squirrels have done this, is you sign up to volunteer. So you volunteer, you work maybe a couple of hours, and then you get the rest of the day to just like go around the convention. And I have friends that drive in from hours away just to volunteer for like an hour and get a free day at Comic-Con. So that's it's even hard to get that. Like when they open up the volunteer window, you have like maybe a half hour to sign in, and if you're not like one of the first ones signing in, you've already lucked out. It's hard to get tickets for Comic-Con. But even if you don't get tickets for Comic-Con, it's fun just to walk around the streets. There's exhibits on the streets. There's lots of people. It's like a big party. The whole, like, I don't know, like a 6-block radius is blocked off, or a 6-block, not complete radius because it's on the waterfront. So 6 blocks up from the convention center, or across, and like maybe 3 blocks up is completely closed off to traffic, and it's just people partying and people in costumes and exhibits, and it's fun. And there's free promos there, and that's where I caught Scientology promoters, Scientology, what do you call it when they're trying to rope you in? Recruiters, thank you. Scientology recruiter. I'm thanking myself for my brain finally working. This is funny. I was saying thank you, and I probably think I saw it in chat. No, just thank you to my brain for finally responding to the request of what the hell word am I looking for. But yeah, Scientology recruiters out there last summer. So I'll be back this summer. See if I can see any Scientology shenanigan. Yeah, they do have a Dianetics display in the convention center itself. Yeah, they sell, well, I don't know if they actually call it a Dianetics display. They call it like L. Ron Hubbard sci-fi books display or whatever. But yeah, they're trying to recruit you into Scientology even in Comic-Con. But there was recruiters just walking around the streets handing out cards trying to recruit for Scientology that I caught last summer. So I got a good interview with a guy. It was a former what do you call it? A religious studies student who had been a minister, caught them, and he got them ushered out of Dodge. He said, begone, Scientologists, get out of here with your cult. And basically humiliated them until they left. And they kept their TRs up. They pretended like they weren't the ones he was talking about, and they masked as if they weren't fazed by it. But they skedaddled quick. They hopped on a pedicab and beelined it out of Dodge. So shout out to him for doing that. I can't remember his name right now. They're still talking about the poor man who lost his life. Peter's here? I didn't see Peter. Oh, actually, I did see him earlier. Duh. Full disclosure, guys, I'm having an Irish coffee this morning because I got a day off today, and I was planning on taking a nap. And then I remembered this, so I came here. I see. I didn't get a chance to say hi to her yet. So yeah, I've had an Irish coffee this morning while this is going on. It's not really a Dianetics table. It's an L. Ron Hubbard. That's how they get away with it, because they're like, we're not promoting Scientology. We're not promoting Dianetics. We're promoting the science fiction works of L. Ron Hubbard. So it's like an L. Ron Hubbard table. But yeah, they got all these science fiction books there. And then while you're there, we also sell Dianetics. We also promote Scientology. It's just all a scam. Irish said, style. My mom used to find money in my dad's dirty trousers when doing the laundry. She used to treat us kids. Irish, I saw a really funny video the other day about a woman whose husband does a lot of, what do you call it? he uses fake inability. What do you call that? Weaponized incompetence to get out of doing chores. So what she started to do was leave like a $5 bill in her pants, and not every pair of pants, but once in a while. So now he gladly does laundry, and he has no idea she's like subterfuging his weaponized incompetence. I thought that was hysterical. It's pathetic, the little dance married couples have to do to try to get their partner to stand up and actually participate in adulting. But that's what she does to get him to do laundry. She hides like a $5 in her pocket now and again. And he never says, "Oh, I found money in your pocket." Nope. That's she's like, it's worth it. It's worth the $5, $10, $20, whatever she puts in to get him to actually participate in adult chores and do laundry. But I thought that was really funny. So if you have a guy who uses weaponized incompetence, like, "Oh, I can't do laundry, I don't know how," just like maybe try to do that. All right, what am I missing? We did that one. Ganja says, "Oh, because they play off the sci-fi writing." Exactly, Ganja. I've thought about going into Atlanta and seeing how much recruitment they are trying for even Nashville. Yeah, they're everywhere. Sharon, that would be awesome. You should do that. Oh, just film every minute. Somehow maybe try to disguise that that's what you're there for, or hide a camera if you need to. But just say you're there to experience the nightlife of Nashville. You're there because you're really into roots rock and country music. That would be excellent. Irish Posted Eyes channel, thank you. George Lopez did a funny skit on digging through the sofa for change. Funny. He's a funny guy. For some reason, I'm thinking there's a connection with George Lopez in San Diego, but I don't know that for sure. We can safely say you're having an antics. Yadira, shh, don't tell on me. I was tired and exhausted, and I had the day off. I was like, I need to just rest today. Ooh, that's a good strategy. Mess up the laundry or don't clean the dishes right, and the person will just do it themselves. Yep. Weaponized incompetence, Ganja. It's a common tactic that couples use against each other. I'm smack down between both of them. Oh, cool. So Nashville, and I forgot the other one. But, it's not letting me scroll back up. My computer's being really slow today, so I can't scroll back up. Let's see. Nashville and Atlanta. Oh, both excellent cities, by the way. If you're ever in America and you're like, oh, I don't know where to go, the vibrance of community in Nashville and Atlanta are both amazing. They're amazing cities. Check them out. So any of my European subscribers looking for something that's a little different, maybe you've gone to LA before, maybe you've gone to New York before, Chicago before, and you want to experience a slice of life that's a little different with a little southern tang. Atlanta, Nashville, New Orleans, excellent cities, a lot of fun, a lot of good culture, a lot of really kind and happy people live there. It's really fun. Cricket said, I had a guy ask me what kind of soap to use when I asked him to wash potatoes. Ew, that's weird. Yeah, that's weird. That's weaponized incompetence at its finest. The traffic is horrible, though. Fair warning. Well, don't drive. Don't drive. There's a lot you can walk to. Get a hotel downtown. There's plenty to walk around to. Ganja said, what is washing potatoes? Funny. I'm not domesticated. I have no clue. Yeah, you just rinse the dirt off. That's all you have to do. A little dirt won't hurt you. A little dirt is good for your immune system anyway. But yeah, you just wash off the dirt with water. You don't need soap. And if you were to use a soap, there's several safe organic soaps that you can use. And I guess if you use dish soap, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Just really make sure to rinse it. But I would never use dish soap. Why would you want to make your potato taste like the scent of dish soap and be soapy flavored? You wouldn't. So I would not recommend that. Minerals, yum. Yeah, it's good for you. Little dirt won't hurt you. In fact, they say kids that are raised in dishwashing homes compared to dishwasher homes actually have a stronger immune system because a little dirt doesn't hurt you. A little bit of contamination is good for you. Next time, recommend Brillo pad. It'll help peel it too. That is true. If you use a plain Brillo pad, not the ones with the soap in them, you can peel your potato and wash it at the same time. I know Irish thinks you're joking, but I think she's actually being serious, Irish. That is a thing. If you get like those thin skinned potatoes, those yellow potatoes, the russets, you would really have to scrub. But those thin yellow ones, like the Yukon Gold, that skin will just scrub right off. I heard the other day they don't use to rinse off soap. I know, I've heard that too several times now. And yeah, you're going to give yourself diarrhea if you don't get the soap rinsed off. You need to rinse the soap off, Brits. I don't know if it's true. Yeah, I've heard that from several sources, Ganja. So yeah, it's true. I watch a lot of British TV. I'm never serious. Yeah, well, that is something you can do, though. FYI, most of the vitamins or minerals associated with the humble potato are actually located in a. That is actually not quite true, Style. You're very, very close to true. You're truth adjacent. Because I used to always say that, and a French person thought it was ridiculous that I was eating the skin. They call it the wrapper. He's like shocked that I was eating the wrapper. You're eating the wrapper. You don't eat that. That's the wrapper. I said, no, all the vitamins are in the skin. And it's actually not true. It's right under the skin is where all the vitamins are. So if you peel off the skin, you're peeling off that underlayer. But you're close enough to being correct, Style. That, yeah, you don't want to peel your potatoes. You want to eat the skin because right under the skin is where any nutrient value is. The rest is just pure starch and carbs. But any vitamins are like right under the skin there. So yeah, but because I told my French friend that, he had all of his kids eat the skin from then on out. But yeah, he was totally shocked. He'd never seen anyone eat the skin before. And I said, yeah, all Americans eat the skin. That's where the vitamins are. And from then on out, he made his kids eat the skin of the potato too. But yeah, he was totally shocked. It's not something French people do. Yeah, you were close enough to being correct. And the principle is correct that you don't want to peel the potato. You just want to eat the whole potato. 5-second rule, just need to pick off bits. Yep. Well, you don't want to necessarily, something wet like ice cream is going to collect all the cat hair. But something dry like a biscuit, yeah, just brush it off and eat it. Just can't imagine asking for a big potato with a side of dog. Sharon, see, this is what I mean. Sharon's funny AF. She cracks me up. See people wash greens with dish soap. Ugh. Well, there's certain like organic soaps. If you super dilute them. We're doing agenda now. I can't be chatting anymore. I've been talking way too much.
Your discussions to a minimum.
I gotta get back.
Thank you very much. So, Mr. Knight, if you can reestablish quorum for us.
President King, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, Commissioner Mitchell, and Commissioner Cardenas are present. We do have a quorum. We are joined by City Attorney Representative Virginia Choi. I'm TJ Knight with the Board of Public Works, and the meeting has been resumed at 10:43 a.m.
Thank you very much. General public comment has been closed. So with that, we will move to multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment period for up to a minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and please identify the items that you will speak on when you are called. We do not have any in-person speakers, so we'll transition to a virtual platform.
Thank you, President King. We'll start with Audit LA, followed by Georgina McPhee. Audit LA. Please indicate which item you're speaking on.
Okay, I want to congratulate Patrick and offer that made Rory rest in peace, and thank you for all that you do for our city. I want to go to number 4. Can you have a 1-day street closure? And it's on the agenda. You're considering Sika and everything else. And I don't, for the life of me, understand why this is, for a 1-day closure. But the Shrine incident, which has 4 streets closed and sidewalks, why that doesn't get the same, or the L. Ron Hubbard closures that are still too often than it should be, why they're not put up on here to look at environmental impact, neighborhood impact, Sika, all these things. So I would like to know about that. I also want to then talk about number 7. Number 6 first. Contracts. Okay, like I said, well, first of all, with the engineering department there, I really would hope that they would look into everything we've been saying for 2 years about removing the R permit for L. Ron Hubbard Way, because that's a contract, and I'm asking that you please rescind that contract because they are not abiding by the terms of the contract and haven't been since its inception. And I also, when it comes to contracting updates, like I spoke earlier, there is, as far as I know, no contract with the city for Scientology security to be patrolling and acting as an agent of the city, patrolling and preventing people, the public, from going up and down the street, harassing them and intimidating them to where the public, their own neighborhood, feels that they think it's a private street, that they have a street vacation, which they don't. Please never give them one, Department of Engineering, and and they can't go down there. It has to stop. Either give them a contract to do that, or make them stop. And the fact that we've been coming here for 2 years telling you all this stuff, and the fact that the most litigious group on planet Earth, basically, the Church of Science, the cult of Scientology, which is what I will call it, they are not taking on legal action. Why? Because they can't sue for the truth, right? They can't. We're not defaming them because this is the truth. Otherwise, they would be shutting this down immediately. The next one I want to talk about is number 7, transportation, Metro Department of Transportation. I feel like the Public Works and Transportation are not working together. Okay, they have this no parking street on L. Ron Hubbard Way, and but I know there is some memo that the Department of LADOT did not know where it came from that there's no parking. So Monson, Scientology attorney.
That's 3 minutes, and we'll move next to Georgina, followed by Gigi.
Thank you, TJ. I want to talk about the minutes first. The fact that we can call in and tell you these facts about L. Ron Hubbard and how cruel and how he was complicit with child trafficking and so many other crimes, and yet you still allow a street to be named after him, and then that's not reflected on the minutes. It's a travesty of justice. It really needs to be updated. Your minutes is deplorable. The fact that it doesn't display what we've been calling in about. And these are crucial things that we're bringing to your attention. But if you were to go back and reflect on the minutes and see what was said at these meetings, none of that's there. None of that's there. So no one gets to see what's said. As far as the street closures, the fact that you allow a cult to physically patrol a street and harass citizens, that street's not closed. Why are they making it seem to the local community that it is closed, that they don't have access, partly because of their fake no parking signs that are put up there, and those streets aren't accessible to parking because of that. It needs to be changed. You need to do something. You need to do better. Please look into this. Please revoke the revocable permit. I yield back my time. Thank you.
And we'll move next to Gigi, followed by Sally O'Malley. Oh, I'm sorry, Sally, followed by Laura FM. Gigi, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to start with the minutes. So I personally have done hundreds of comments at this point, if you do the math. And that's just me. There's other people you've added up. There's thousands of comments that you guys have got. And where are they in the minutes? It just says public comment has been received. What happens when they get received? What happens next? You can't address it right now when we're saying something, but you can always address it at a different point. There's ways that you can do something, but it just gets received. There's no documentation, nothing. As far as the street closures, there's a lot of information. Like, that doesn't look totally transparent, but it's close to transparency. But why isn't this done with the other street closures? What about the shrine? How come there wasn't the, somewhat transparency about that? How come it's so hard to figure out when permits are, where they are, what the permits say? How come there's no transparency with that? How come Keith changed the portal or whatever so you can't see, what these permits are, and then entities can just show the first page to the police, like they don't show the page that says you can't block the sidewalks. Where's the transparency like this? So please have consistency. Thank you. I yield my time.
Thank you, Gigi. And we'll move next to Laura FM. Last call for Laura FM. President King, that concludes multiple agenda item commentary this morning.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close multiple item public comment portion of today's meeting and move forward with the approval of minutes for, double check, for Monday, February 23rd, 2026.
Excellent job, guys. You guys did so good. I was totally meant to speak about the Keith Mose thing. I so had that planned, and then, little whiskey in me, and I completely forgot. Audit, you are excellent today. You're always excellent. Ganja, excellent job. Miriam was great. Who else? Laura was great. And Style, oh my God, Style, you killed it. You killed it with the Linkletter Street thing. Oh my God, perfect. That was perfect. I think we need to bring that up more often. And the fact that they have a street named after a cult leader. I mean, we don't have a Charles Manson way. It's ridiculous. And then Keith Mose taking down that portal. His wife happens to be a Scientologist. Come on now. He's complicit. He's complicit with their crimes. He needs to be called out every time. And thank you, Henry. Thank you, Henry, for finding this out and letting us know, and for all the work you've done. I hope you call in again soon. Very much appreciate you. Kathy, thank you. Yeah, Kathy's lurking while working. Yeah, it was great today. Everyone did a great job. Sorry for the whole long stint. Hopefully my shenanigans amused you at least a little bit during that time. I'm sorry it was a long one, but so to not make it longer, let's leave, guys. Thanks for coming. I appreciate your support so much. Thanks for supporting Audit LA, Lara. Audit was still going to speak. Oh, well, no, they closed the comment. So that was it. Peter. Thank you, Peter. Peter's such a great supporter of particularly the Public Works calls, but of so many channels too. So many of us behind the scenes. So thank you guys for coming. Have a great day. Thank you, Cricket. Cricket's been amazing. Irish has been amazing. Gosh, all of you mean so much to me. I don't know if you realize it. And it's not just the booze. It's not just the whiskey talking. I swear it. You guys mean a lot to me. Keep me going. Thank you. See you later. Bye.